MNLH Golf here. I'm Brett, as always, joined by Nate here, and we are here to tell you guys about what's going on that none of you have heard of yet. A guy by the name of Jon Rahm is moving his talents. He's taking his talents to that was a whole nother. That was another sport that did this thing in South Beach, and his initials were LeBron James. But Jon Rahm, he went to
There it is.
live. So
There it is.
there.
That's what.
Yeah, he's going. He went to live. We're super excited. I'm excited. I feel like I've been talking about this since the beginning of LIV, that they're a TV deal away from making things happen. And look at this. It's amazing. It's great.
Go back a month and we posted it. I mean, we can give credit to whoever the hell we want to give credit to, but the point is, MNLH Golf had it first. Rahm's with LIV, and when we say that's the best money that I've ever spent, it typically leans toward like I got a good deal on something, or I found a cheap deal. This was not a cheap get for the PIF and for LIV. Rumors are in the neighborhood of $300 to $600 million. We don't really know. The specifics aren't really out there, but rumors are there. And it was the best money they've ever spent. If they want to win, if they want to beat the PGA Tour, if they want to force the PGA Tour to fold sort of under their umbrella, under their tent, under their decision making, this was the move. The man is the number 3 player in the world. He's the current Masters champ, and you might make an argument that Rory is a better Ryder Cupper right now on the European side, but that's it. Like, it's him and Rory. And so this was the pull. This was the one that made all the difference. It was the smartest thing they could do. I'm reminded, Brett, and going back to the beginnings of MNLH, I said I'm going to make a ton of Seinfeld references. There's a Seinfeld episode where you had hand and you're gonna need it. Well, the PGA Tour had hand, and now they're gonna need it because they got nothing. All the leverage is with the LIV squad.
Yeah. So this video is about if LIV wants to win. They got this is huge leverage from them and a huge loss for the PGA Tour. So what is the future of the tours look like?
Well, it's so fractured at the moment that, I mean, if you were to go to somebody who's not as maybe into golf as you or I are, maybe our viewers are smart. They follow golf. They know what's up. But if you go to someone who doesn't know golf and you said, where can you watch Jon Rahm play golf? They would have no idea. They may have heard the name Jon Rahm. He's one of the best players in the world, but they may not know where to find him. And that ultimately isn't good, to not have the best players playing with each other. So I have to believe that in a year, 2 at the most, we find a way to get all of them back together again.
Yeah, 2024 is going to be really potentially lame for the PGA Tour. I don't think the John Deere Classic is going to do very well this year. Yeah.
Hell, I don't think the signature events are going to do very well. Look at the names you have now.
I want to see Bryson play. I still want to see Phil play. Phil's still playing better golf than Tiger is, and oh my God, Tiger's coming back to play golf. Oh, it's so exciting! Yeah, Nike's so excited they left him. So
I think,
it's
if
there's anyone I'm excited to watch play golf in the PGA Tour, it's Max Homa and it's Will Zalatoris, which leads me to kind of the next thing. Who's going to be next to go from the PGA Tour to LIV?
And I think that's a great question because Rahm has a team to fill out. It sounds like I saw a rumor that it was near 300 million and he's getting 25% equity of that team. And he's that team's captain. They're going to have a new team. He's going to be a team captain and he's got to fill out that team. I saw a couple of names come across my Twitter feed today. Tony Finau, Tyrrell Hatton, Nikolai Højgaard. Tony, not a Ryder Cupper, but a name that's not, it's almost a household name. He's a big name. But Tyrrell Hatton and Nikolai Højgaard, both Ryder Cuppers. I mean, these aren't small names. These would be big pulls as well. And yeah, I mean, I think you're going to start to see a lot more people go.
Do you think the PGA Tour backtracks on what they said and starts letting these guys play both events, LIV and PGA Tour?
No.
Do you think the official world golf rankings, now that Rahm has left, even as big of a joke as those guys are, do you think they're going to start giving points towards
I
LIV
th-
guys?
I think they have to. And I'm not saying that they're going to do it now because LIV still doesn't meet their qualifications. But Rahm's influence is going to say, all right, LIV, we got to move into a way where we can keep getting world ranking points. Because we need to get those points. We got to be able to stay eligible in these majors. The reason I don't think that the PGA Tour will allow LIV guys to play is because there would be such a the difference would be so stark between the guys who didn't take the money and the guys who did. There'd be just so much animosity. Imagine being Will Zalatoris, knowing that he could have taken $130 million to go to LIV and not doing it, while having to play alongside Jon Rahm. Or how about a guy who never was offered from LIV, having to play alongside a guy, having to try to compete with a guy who these winnings straight up don't matter to Jon Rahm. He ends up playing in the John Deere Classic. The winnings don't matter dollars wise. They could matter for we go back to a guy like James Hahn, right? Who was pretty outspoken and he's making it, but he's not, flying private. So it's not. That's why I don't think they'll let them because they worry too much about the guys at 100 to 150.
So what's the end game here? Who's in charge and what's to be gained?
That's what I don't know. I think if I had to guess, and I think you brought this up just a couple minutes ago, I think 2025 is a big year. I think that's the year we start to see these guys coming together again. And the PGA Tour is dissolved, LIV is maybe dissolved, and we have some sort of world tour thing. But the point is, I want to see Cam Smith and I want to see Jon Rahm and everyone else you named play against Jordan Spieth and Rory McIlroy and Justin Thomas and Max Homa. They need to play on the same course. We can't just see them 4 times a year.
3 years ago was really good golf to watch. It was really fun. 4 years ago, it was a lot of fun because you'd see all these guys play together constantly.
It was awesome, and Cam Smith was almost a surprise, but he elevated his own name so quickly because of how good he played, and he's like, holy cow, this guy's beating Rory, this guy's beating Rahm, he's beating all the names, and you want to see those guys have that opportunity. Somebody jumps up the rankings now, it doesn't matter because he's not beating anybody. Rahm's gone, Smith is gone, Bryson's gone, DJ's gone. We got to have something. We got to have them come together in 2025.
It's going to be interesting to see what the future for both of these tours has for us in the future here. So, yeah, I'm excited to see it.